Well, folks, welcome to episode 6, right? Tremendous. I mean, the ratings are through the roof. We're beating Rogan. We're beating Crooked Hillary's podcast, right? They call it Gutsy Women. I think Bill just wanted her out of the house. But today we have a huge guest. This guy is blowing up. They call it blowing up, right? Viral all over the place. You've seen him on Tucker, and we'll get to Tucker. We think it might be his dad, right? We've seen him on Tucker. We've seen him with AOC, right? He went viral with AOC. Frankly, I think there was a lot of sexual tension in that video, okay? And Alex will tell us all about it. Please put your hands together and give a very warm welcome for Prime Time 99, Alex Stein. Alex, pleasure to have you on the show.
Wow, it's an honor and a privilege, Mr. President. And I got to say this, you're 100% right. I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but the sexual tension between me and AOC, I was thinking about you the whole time, and I was wanting to, I was wanting to grab her by the what, but I just didn't have that mentality. If you would have been there, I would have been grabbing. I know that's the damn truth.
We got a real playboy, right? You remind me of myself as a young man, right? We call it the good old days, right? Before all the politically correct, right? Now you can't say this, you can't say that, but you're doing tremendous things and you're not afraid, right? You're not afraid. I can look into those eyes and I see a fierceness, right? I was considering you actually because, we're going to make America great again, frankly, again, okay? And I've been considering you as a running mate.
Little old me, what the no, that would be an honor and a privilege. Dawn, please. And listen, I'm going to tell you something. Hand to God, I know you're beefing with Jared Kushner a little bit. I'll fire him for you. I will do that. I will do the dirty work, Prez. If you need me to go, that's what I'm saying. Whatever you need, you put old Primetime 99 Alex Stein on it. Fired. Fauci fired. I'm in there. I'm doing the Donald Trump impression. Please,
I love it. You'll get rid of the leakers, right? Because we don't like the Lakers, right? And it's interesting you mentioned Jared because, it was really between you and Kanye, right? Okay? You and Kanye West. And Kanye was very good friends with Jared up till recently. I don't know. Kanye put out some tweets about, I have it here. He says, I'm a bit sleepy tonight. But when I wake up, I'm going Death Card 3 on the Jewish people. So Kanye has got himself into some hot water there, okay? So I think you might be a little ahead right now, frankly.
Wow, that makes me feel good. So, you see the beef with Kanye and, the people that are in charge, as he calls it. I'd be honest. I mean, I guess I'd be lying if I said I think Kanye is about to get the real deal cancel culture that we've not seen yet. Even worse than you, Big T. Even worse than you, Big Dog.
That's right. We call it third rail, right? Third rail. There's some rails you just don't touch. Even Trump, okay?
Even Donald knows that. Even you know that.
And I mean, look, I have a tremendous relationship with the Jewish people. Okay, look, my daughter Ivanka, okay, is a Jew, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Most Jews, you need a Jewish parrot, right? I created a Jew from scratch, okay?
Wow, President Trump, you're a beast. I didn't even realize that. You're making Jews by scratch. Wow. No president has ever done that, I don't believe.
My dick and balls created a Jew, okay? And, I'm sort of caught in between all this because I had my Balenciaga MAGA hats, okay, that I was releasing with Kanye. It's half hat, half sock. The hat, it's 15% hat, 85% the sock goes down the bottom.
Wait, so now you're not going to release that? Because I would wear that. I would vibe with that. So now you're telling me you're not going to release that?
Look, it's still coming out, okay? It's still coming out, but I have a lot of dealings with a lot of people, and they're not very happy about what Kanye's saying. But it's all, look, Alex, you know me. We win big, okay? We always win. Power of positive thinking. We find a way. The hat's coming out. But look, I say this all to say that you're probably going to be my running mate, okay? So,
okay, that's President Trump. I got to ask you this though. This is one problem because I love you and everything you did with Roe versus Wade. I think that was the most powerful move as a president. Yeah, just you laid down the foundation of to save lives more than any other president in my lifetime or my parents' lifetime. But tell me this though, what's the deal with the vaccine, though? Do I have to get vaccinated, Big T? Because, I'm willing to do it, but I don't want to do it if I don't have to.
Well, look, you have total freedom, okay? Absolute freedom. But I do take credit, okay? Because I made it happen. And at least I say, look, at least I say I took it. You have other people. I'm not going to say a name. Okay. They might be running, might rhyme with Schron de Splantis. And he says, I don't know if I took it. At least I had the guts to come out and say that I took it. Okay.
Wait, so DeSantis is an anti-vaxxer, won't take the vaccine? What? Wow.
Well,
I didn't realize that.
I'm not saying he's anti, but I'm saying he won't say. I came out and said, okay, other people, they don't want to answer. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. But let's move on because I want to ask you about you. Okay.
Yes.
We've got, see, you came to prominence. You call it culture jamming. Tell the people a little bit about what you do because I find it fascinating. That's why I hit you up because I saw you were out there with these people. They look like they're out of a Tim Burton movie. Okay. And they were saying some very nasty things to you. These are sick people. They were attacking you. They were attacking your mother who had passed away. Mm-hmm. But you had a smile on your face the whole time. And I said, wow, because I don't know if I could have done that. And I said, that is going to win people over, okay? Because if you just come out and you start yelling and screaming and they're yelling and screaming back, it's everyone's seen that. But you could call it trolling, you could call it whatever, but you come out with a smile on your face. And I think the audience sees, wow, there's a clear winner here. And frankly, a very clear loser. And I think those people are big time losers. That I could tell you very strongly.
Wow, Mr. President, that is such an honor for you to say, but this is my secret weapon. I have a little guy here named Skybear. So even when the world is coming down, even when the abortionists are yelling in my face, even when, the trans mafia is coming from my throat, I can smile because I know at the end of the day, I'm coming back to this 13-pound, chunk of pure joy and adrenaline.
Look at that little guy.
Look at it, and there's nothing little about him. I'm telling you, you should see the size of the droppings in the litter box. I have to use a special, I have to use a special sort of scooper. The plastic scoopers are not strong enough. It's a medical and it's a military grade cat litter too as well.
I think the trans mafia does not stand a chance against that little guy. Wow. Amazing.
Because they'll get their face scratched off. So that is what keeps me going. And, in these dark times with the approach that I've taken as the culture jamming, it's almost easy. It's almost too easy because the world has gone so insane.
Absolutely.
Just by putting a mirror up to it, people can't tell what's real and fake anymore.
Absolutely. But you're doing a tremendous job. And I see you were just in Chicago. You were outside of Lori Lightfoot's home. And I've been discussing Lori on this show. I've been the one, and the fake news won't report it. Lori Lightfoot is going around killing young black men in Chicago. They call it drive-by, right? She's getting into her mayor motorcade and she's going around shooting young black because everybody talks about the gun violence, right, in Chicago. Nobody talks about that. It's actually being done, frankly, by the mayor. It's so disgusting. It's such a disgrace. And I think that and you're going to expose it and I'm going to expose it, but Lori is no good. She's like a Batman villain. You see her in those ill-fitting pants, okay? She's sort of like the Penguin, okay? It's no good. And she's a murderer. She's a murderer, okay?
No, she's 100%. I'm telling you this. Lori Lightfoot out there, she's going around, and I believe that she might not even be human. I believe that she might be some sort of gremlin, and that if you repeat her name 3 times, that she would and can pop out of anywhere because she doesn't have a lot of human characteristics. A lot of them are out of a horror novel written by Stephen King himself.
Right. She's an absolute horror. The hair, Beetlejuice, but worse, right? It's like a real life Saw movie. Okay, if they ever
At least Beetlejuice was funny.
Exactly. And Beetlejuice had strength and stamina. Okay, Lori, not so much strength, not like us, right? Not like us. Okay. Oh, but we're going to defeat her so strongly when you and I run in 24. My goodness. We're going to reshape this country. That I could tell you. And I say that so strongly. Wow. So look, I'm going to ask you this. What do you think of the internet censorship? Your career is sort of online. Do you yourself fear being taken off of the internet?
Of course. It's honestly one of my biggest fears. And really and truly, it's the thing, and this is me speaking all honesty, that, stops me the most because there's so much stuff that I want to film and that I want to post and that I want to say, but that I can't because I'm afraid of getting canceled. So people say, oh, you're so edgy. And I look at them and I say, I'm not half as edgy as I want to be because the cancel culture is so strong.
And it's such a disgrace. That's why I think you need to get it, maybe Patreon or something. Put it behind a paywall. Put it behind a paywall. And but you're doing tremendous things. Let me say, when did you first find yourself popping? Like, when did you first see, like, oh, I'm getting a following, it's growing, we're doing things? When was that?
Well, let me tell you something, President Trump. When I did the Fauci ouchie rap, I had some videos where I went
Ouchie.
The Fauci ouchie, sticky
My old
booster
pal.
Your bestie. No, we love Anthony. I call him Little Tony. But my point being is that little man, that little gremlin himself, he changed the whole trajectory of my life. Some for the worse, some for the better. So it's probably kind of, you take the good with the bad. But I'm telling you, when I did the Fauci ouchie rap, it changed my whole demeanor. People said, "Who is this guy?" All these people on the left, they thought it was 100% real. Then the people on the right thought it was real. They're like, "Look how cringy this person on the left is." So for me, that was like the defining moment that really kind of started my meteoric rise, as I
right.
say.
And I'm sure your dad was so proud. Tucker Carlson, he said because he was down. He might have been doubting you, but he said, "Wow, look at that. Look at that. Now you could join me on Fox News," and the rest is history, right?
And that was the best thing to come out of this, was connecting with my biological father. Yeah, he actually slept with my mom while he was at the Arkansas Post-Gazette, and my mom was a diner. I would say I worked at a diner, and I guess one of those late nights he slept with her. He didn't use protection, and he was pro-life back then. It is very interesting, and I love my dad, Tucker. He's the best dad there ever could be, because by him having me on his show, it rekindled our relationship, and now I'm Tucker's biological son. There's no better title in the world.
Right on. So it was a one-night stand. That's something else, right? Something else. I love it. So let me ask you this. What do you enjoy most about what you do?
What do I love about it the most? People always ask me, like this question. I get this a bunch, and it's like, oh yeah, you could say I get a lot of followers, or I get invited to do stuff. My favorite thing, this is the God's honest truth, is when people come up to me and they say, I spoke at a school board meeting. I spoke at a city council meeting. I spoke at whatever meeting. Because for me, that's how we change this culture war. And not that I'm even trying to say it in a virtue signaling way, like, oh, I'm getting credit for them speaking. It's just, you can tell how good it makes them feel. And it makes people
absolutely.
It just makes people feel good to express their opinions. And though it might be 3 minutes, and though you might not think you might make a huge difference, the personal difference it makes within yourself for standing up for yourself is probably the best and most powerful thing you can do when it comes to speaking out against tyranny.
Wow, that is tremendous. Look at that. And I think you're inspiring a whole generation of people, because this new generation, they need a leader, right? They need a leader. I just saw in the news, these young kids, they call it Gen Z. Back at like the millennials, they were doing Netflix and chill. These young Gen Z kids, they call it Dahmer and chill. Okay, they're watching Jeffrey Dahmer, the show, and then fooling around. There's a sickness happening with this young generation, and they need people like you to make them wake up and go back to simple old Netflix and chill. Right? Let's make America great again by you keep making videos and Dahmer and chill. That's some sick stuff.
Right? Yeah, but Trump, Donald, did you see your favorite people, John Podesta and Tony Podesta, who both worked on Hillary's campaign? They have Jeffrey Dahmer-inspired art at their own house. So, that whole Dahmer and chill, that's all Clinton, Podesta, game plan type stuff. We need to get rid of the Jeffrey Dahmer drama and go back to The Office with good old Michael Scott and The Apprentice with good old Donnie T.
And the ratings were so huge, just like this podcast, that we call it the good old days, right? And really, like you say, the programming is terrible. And let me ask you this. When you were a kid, were you into sports? Were you into theater? Was it a little bit of both? Were you hanging out with what was little Alex Stein like in middle school and high school? What were you like? Were you a popular guy?
A little popular, but I was known on Chicken Nugget Day. I would walk around with a plate of ketchup and just take other people's nuggets and dip it. And I was kind of
class clown.
Nugget communist. Class clown, yes. And I was a athlete. I was captain of the Highland Park football team. So I was a little bit like you,
I love it. You were a winner. You were a winner.
I was a winner. I was just like you, right. Donnie.
That's right. We call it momentum, right? You're a winner then, you're a winner now. And now you're here with me, right? You're here with me, and we're talking. And you're on the highest rated podcast in the world. You just mentioned Clinton, Hillary. She just started a podcast. They call it Gutsy Women. Frankly, I think Bill just wanted her out of the house. Okay. I think Bill said, honey, I think you should start a podcast. I love feminism. I think it's just, we all know what
Well,
Bill's
that's good, okay? Don. You do a good one. But you said it's called the Cunty Podcast. Is that what it's called?
Gutsy, cunty, something, perhaps. I don't know. But I mean, they have on Kim Kardashian, Megan Thee Stallion. These are supposed to be gutsy women, people that are cutting their faces up and putting places all over. I mean, look, because I want to talk about AOC, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said she had, what was it? Her juicy Latino booty. She's got sort of a big rear end. I'm like more of an 80s, 90s type of, like a Pam Anderson, you know, like more of a smaller ass, large breast blonde, okay? But these young kids, these people your age, are all about the big booty, which I respect. Barron's into it, okay? I walked into his room the other day. He was, oh, Dad, oh. Okay, but that's okay. It's a natural thing. Okay,
he's growing up. He's maturing. That is very.
He's growing up. He's 16 now. You know, he had a girlfriend come over. The mom had a Crooked Hillary bumper. I'm with her bumper sticker on the car. He brings the little girl to the door. I say, Barron, hang on a second. I say, oh, hello, miss. I couldn't help but notice you had a sticker on the car. She said, oh, I happen to vote for Crooked. I say, get the hell out of my house. I say, little girl, sweetheart, very nice. Barron gives her a kiss on the cheek. Get out. I say, Barron, look, you date this one Democrat, and next thing you know, you're in Antifa, okay? Next thing you know, you're Bernie Sanders, you're screaming, the top one. No, we don't do it, okay? And Barron learned his lesson. He's with a beautiful Republican girl now, and all is good. But you need to nip it in the bud. And I think you know that. I could see your eyes. You know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was dating a liberal woman, and I donated nearly $30,000 to Black Lives Matter, to try to impress her. It was one of the worst mistakes I ever made in my life.
Yikes, total scam, like my boy Kanye said. And I mean, it was mostly like gay white people donating to BLM, right? People think it was
Which are my favorite people. Those are my only friends are gay white people. So, yeah, that's why I thought I was doing the right thing.
I have a tremendous relationship with the LGB.
They love you, Donnie. They love you.
Tremendous. But I mean, a lot of them, they were duped. They were duped with the BLM. Something else. But wow. So I want to ask you, I wanted to do a little quick round of questions. I'm going to say a word or a phrase, and you're going to tell me the first thing that comes to mind, okay? Okay. Donald Trump.
Hero.
I love it. Kanye West.
Magician.
Love it. America.
Greatest place on earth.
Love it. Ukraine.
The second greatest place on earth.
I like that one. China.
Apple iPhone.
Nancy Pelosi.
Big milkers.
It's another big booty grandma. I saw your video the other day.
I love it. I like the big booty grandma. I like the big titty grandma. I like the big. I love it all. I just want ass boobs. Give me it all day long.
They call it GILF.
Grandma, I'd like to finger bang. I know. I'm very familiar with it.
And I'm going to put a link below. You were talking to another big booty grandma the other day. I enjoyed it very strongly. Me and Giuliani were watching it, cracking up completely. Dan Crenshaw.
Traitor.
Tucker Carlson.
Father. Dad.
Alexandria Stein.
Well, that is who I really am. That's true self, true identity.
I like it because 2 is better than 1, right? Why be 1 when you could be 2, right? Except for the they thems. Right? Let me ask you this: if 2 they thems walk into a diner, I mean, how many seats do they get? Did they say party of 4? Because really, if you believe the whole they them thing, it's a party of 4.
What I didn't even ever think about that. Wait, Donald, shit, if it's they, them, and there's only a 2-person booth, can they even sit there, or do they have to be in the conventional 4-person booth? See, this is the logistics of the movement that they don't really understand, and the undue pressure that it puts on wait staffs at diners and other local restaurants.
Exactly, right? And you think of like the narcissism about you must call me they. It's like, look, I got confidence, okay? I'm not a sort of a shy guy. I like myself. I'm a winner. I make it known, but I would never tell somebody to call me they, okay? I think it's a little sick.
I have to agree with you. I don't even know. And listen, I'll call you whatever you want. I love nicknames. I love joking around, but it's just confusing. I just don't even know the proper term to use. If it wasn't so complicated, I might be able to follow the rules, but they're just too hard to follow.
Exactly. Now, you were talking about your love of the big booty, everything, right? You're just a red-blooded American male. You're a busy guy, right? You're flying all around the country. You're going to these meetings. You're chasing down these politicians in the swamp of Washington, D.C. What is the love life like? Are you talking to any young ladies? Are they lighting up the DMs, right? We call it DMs, right? Direct message. Barron tells me all about it. I would imagine you're a handsome guy. I mean, look at that guy, right? Handsome guy, great physique, great face, great hair, right? He gets it from Tucker. Are the ladies hitting you up in the DMs? And are you seeing anybody? They want to know. The women, and believe me, this podcast is huge with the women.
I can't, my microphone. Hold on, something now. I'm having technical difficulties. I think China is getting involved. Hold on. But I feel like, okay, wait. Let me see if it's working. I can't hear you. All of a sudden, my headphones stopped working. Hold on, let me see. Let me see something. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I can't hear anything. Why is my computer? Oh, what? Okay. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, sorry. Finally, it works. Sorry, my freaking headphones died. I think the Chinese mafia has infected my computer.
That's okay. Look, we call it technical difficulties. It's a part of life. It's not a problem. It's an obstacle. And you know what we do with obstacles? We get around them. Okay. So I was asking you, right? You're a handsome guy, but you're a busy guy. Do you have time for the ladies, right? I'm sure they're in the DMs. I mean, what is the love life like of Aric Stein? The people want to know.
Well, Ludacris said it best. I got different hoes in different area codes. You know what I mean? And I've noted, and I have to say, I've definitely taken a playbook. A page out of your playbook, President Trump. Because it is true. Once you become a celebrity, even an celebrity, you can basically grab them by the pussy, and they love it, and they're all about it. And are they 300 pounds? Yes. Are a lot of them handicapped in a wheelchair? Yes. Are a lot of them hooked on crystal meth? Yes. But do they still let me do it? Yes. Do I still enjoy it? Yes. So I'm winning.
That's right. I mean, it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet, right? Some things are healthy, some things not so much, but you put a little bit of each on your plate, right?
And you just have a little bit of it all, because sometimes I want the big prime rib, and sometimes I just want a little sushi roll. And I think you can extrapolate that to my love life as well.
Exactly. I like it. I don't know. Maybe are we going to see a Kim Kardashian-esque sex tape leak one day? I don't know.
Maybe. You know who I've been talking to ever since, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, a big fan of yours. I know you're a fan of her.
Oh, yes.
She's recently single. So if
recently single, he just couldn't keep up. That guy couldn't keep up, right?
So if she would take me, I would definitely go out with Congresswoman Greene. So maybe there is, maybe if anybody can make me settle down.
Right. Perhaps slide into those DMs, right? You were talking about older women. I happen to have a book right next to me of a woman who's damn near 70 and still looks good. Have you heard of Judge Jeanine Pirro?
Great. She's one of the best. And I'm telling you, I can't even hardly say in words.
That's right.
Really good.
Speaking of DMs, somebody might have been in my DMs, but look, we're not going to say, right? We're not going to say, but a certain person might have been in the DMs. Might be Judge Jeanine, might not be. I don't know.
Judge Jeanine, wow.
Judge Jeanine.
Wow, doesn't get stronger than that, and she's a good judge as well. Her judging skills. People talk about her looks, but they don't ever talk about her judge skills. And tremendous.
She's a tremendous judge. They should put her in with this case. The FBI, they came into my home. They took my will. They went through my wife's underwear. These are sick people. Judge Jeanine should be heading that case because, they treat me so unfairly because they don't want me to come back, but we're going to come back, and I'm going to come back with you, and we're going to do it so strongly, right? We're going to get the
2024. We're going to knock down the door to the Capitol building, to every building in D.C., and we're not only going to drain the swamp, we're going to spread our seed and create a whole new generation of true America First patriots.
A whole new generation. That's right. And they struck down Roe versus Wade so we could really repopulate, right?
I'm just going to be banging them left and right. No condoms, no contraceptive, dropping loads. And they say if she's rich, jizz in the bitch. And I didn't make that up. That's just what they say.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. My father would tell me that, and his father would tell him that, right? Nobody knows how to repopulate like I know how to repopulate, and I think you do too, right? I mean, me and this guy, we have a lot in common, okay? That I can tell you. So we mentioned Lori. We talked about Tucker, internet censorship. What do you think of this guy, Andrew Tate? They threw him off like he was a dog, right? They did like they did me. And what did he do? He was just talking about relationships, right?
Well, I mean, he's ultra masculine, and we have such a feminized society. He's too much man for these, soy boys. As they
exactly.
say.
It's like they're trying to make it a crime to be a man, and frankly, I think it's disgusting. But that's why we have you out there, and you're doing tremendous things, and you're showing. And look, I mean, you were at the town hall meeting in the women's swimming outfit. It's sick what they're doing with the men swimming like women. They're beating the girls. They're destroying women's. I mean, you can't even say woman anymore. What do you think of this?
Well, I'll have to be honest. What Leah Thomas did to her female competitors was disgusting. But at the same time, it took a male with a cock and balls to make women's swimming even a popular sport. So once again, you send in a man to do the job. He does the job right. He does the job too good. So that's why it's not fair for us to compete against women.
Exactly.
I think that just says it all.
It's so true. Same thing with Caitlyn Jenner, which, by the way, tremendous relationship. Okay. Caitlyn Jenner, man, a woman of the year, right? It took a man to win woman of the year. I mean, it's almost like we're better at them than everything, right? Better at them than everything.
How could you argue that? I mean, a guy, I don't even think he was a woman for a full year. And he was woman of the year. So he didn't even need a whole year to be the best one.
Exactly. Now, just a few more questions left. You mentioned the Fauci video. What is your absolute favorite video you've ever done, or the video that's gotten the best response from the people?
Well, the biggest video, hands down, is the AOC Big Booty Latina. I mean, that video, and the only reason why it went so popular is because her reaction, her making the 10 Instagram. So I don't know. I'm kind of having creator withdrawal. I'm like, where am I going to find my next Big Booty Latina?
Oh, there is always another Big Booty Latina lurking around the corner. Okay. I learned that from Giuliani. He told me that. Okay. And I think you're going to find it. Perhaps you and me, we could go out there, see what trouble we could get into. Okay. Because I'm always looking for a little trouble to get into. I'm always looking to, they call it rabble rouse, right? Because I think society needs a rabble rouser. They need an agent provocateur. I think you're almost like a modern day Roger Stone. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, and I'm going on Roger Stone's podcast this Tuesday. Wow.
Agent provocateur. Tell Roger I said hello. Okay. And you know what? I have a mutual friend with Roger. We were in talks. Now I have 2 mutual friends with Roger. So look at that. Look at that. Do we love Roger? We love Roger. And he might be coming out soon. And so, yeah, I mean, look, you got the wind beneath your wings. You're talking to the former and soon to be again president of the United States. You're winning bigly. You're getting all the women, the grannies, the young ones, the old ones, the methods, but you're getting girls, everything in between. You're making money on the internet. Everybody wants to make money on the internet, but they see not so easy. Not so easy. A lot of people try. They'll throw up a green screen and talk. But, the thing about talking is people need to want to listen, right? People need to want to listen. And they could go on there and say, I'm a they, them, and cry to the abyss. But you need talent for people to watch it. I think you have a tremendous amount of talent. And you know what? I think the future is so bright for you. I mean, you got that beautiful fireplace behind you. Look at that. I could practically smell the embers. It smells like success, okay?
This is the same designer as Trump Tower. And let me tell you something. Coming from you, the greatest president to ever live and walk this planet Earth, it means a lot. And life has not been easy. I've been handed lemons, just like everybody has been handed a lemon. Sometimes I had to squeeze it, add some sugar, make some lemonade.
That's right.
And you inspired that. So I can't tell you how much I appreciate and look forward to our future relationship together, President Trump.
That's right. And you've always got that smile on your face, and that throws off the enemy, right? Because they want to hurt you. They want to hurt you. They want to look at you, and they want to bring you down, just like crooked Hillary and Nancy Pelosi and all the haters and losers who try to raid my home. but I always come back with a smile and a steady voice, right? And I come out to the rally, and the people are happy because they have faith, because they see their leader is steady, and that's what you do too. So look, in closing, it is an absolute pleasure to meet you, to have you on this show, the highest rated podcast of all time. It's higher than Rogan. It's higher than Call Her Daddy. It's high, and we have it. And look, and you're the first guest, right? You have broken the virginity of this show having guests. Okay.
Wow, that's an honor. And I didn't lose my virginity until I was 31 years old. So you're doing a lot better than me, Mr. Trump.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because I'm sure that you were practicing, in the meantime, by watching the movies, right, with the pornography, and you were getting ready. So when you finally had a woman, I'm sure you did great.
Well,
right?
it was kind of a bad experience. It was my probation officer, and I thought it was going to get me off probation earlier, and it ended up actually causing me to stay on it a little longer. But you live and you learn, and I learned a lot.
You live and you learn, and that's okay. I mean, did you come inside of her?
Well, it was a man, and he did that inside of me. So I'm not gay. He did me. I didn't do him. But it was still, I still lost my virginity. Then I still count that.
Well, perhaps you should call, for one of our sponsors, BetterHelp, right? We call it BetterHelp. You could talk to them about that, because sexual trauma is a real thing, right? When boys get their anuses raped by their probation officers, that's a person of authority, right? You're supposed to trust your probation officer in order to probate you back into society. But unfortunately, they ended up probating inside of your asshole, and it's not good, okay? And when we get back in office, we're going to fight against that. We're going to fight against people who abuse their power to rape men, because it's not good. It's not good. A lot of people don't talk about man rape. Everybody talks about woman rape. There's a tremendous amount. If you look at the statistics, it's actually more men getting raped than women. Because if you look at prison, right, you were one of them. You can be the face of man rape victimhood.
Wow, that would be an honor. That would be such an honor. Oh, if I could ever be the face of male rape victimhood, that would be, gosh, that'd be a dream come true. I'd just make my parents so proud.
Absolutely. And the fake news might not want to report it, but we're going to broadcast it right here. You're always welcome back on the Donald J. Trump podcast. Alex, is there any last things you want to say? Where can we find you? Where just let the people know where you can be seen.
Well, I'm all over. I'm on Twitter and Instagram, Prime Time Stein on Instagram, Alex Stein on Twitter. But the best way, Alex Stein 99 on Twitter. But the best
lucky way you.
I'm very lucky sometimes. A blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. But the best way to support me is to go and buy a pillow from Mike Lindell, because that's the only way we're going to win. So make sure to go support Mike in his fight. Don't worry about me. I have enough pillows. Go get yourself one of those high quality American made pillows. You won't regret it when you're sleeping like a baby at night.
That's right. We love Mike Lindell. And I spoke on an earlier episode. I think Mike, I thought he might have even had like a little sort of a crush on me, right? Because
a lot.
I mean, he gave up so much. He pulled his commercials he gave up $100 million for Trump. And I said, I think this guy might like me for a little bit more than just doing deals for the country, right? But we worked it out. He tried to go in for a kiss. I said, Mike, so much love, so much respect, but that's not my thing, okay? It's not my thing. And he said, oh, Donald, I'm sorry. I just got a little excited, but that's okay. My Pillow is still an advertiser on this show. Rap Snacks, huge advertiser on this show. We have a tremendous relationship. Have you heard of Rap Snacks?
Oh, Little Boozy's. That's one of my favorite flavors. I love it.
Little Boozy.
But have you seen, though, they show the packaging again. They really didn't do a proper fade. If you see his haircut on the anime, his hair is faded way better than that. His barber has had a lot of complaints. Have you seen that, President Trump?
Yeah, look, we love Rap Snacks, but yeah, that's a great point. They did not treat Lil Boosie fairly when it came to his fade. And, I watched the guy on Vlad TV, which, by the way, we're doing much better than Vlad TV, okay?
Way better.
But I watched this guy, and we're going to send you, Alex, we're going to send you a lifetime supply of Rap Snacks, and it's more than just Little Boosie. You'll have Biggie. You'll have Big Pun. You'll have everybody on the list, and a lifetime supply, because we love the Rap Snack community, okay?
Wow. So I'll have Little Kim and Nicki Minaj. Wow.
That's right. That's right. And we won so big with the Rap Snack people. The unemployment with the Rap Snack people was so low, right? So low. Okay. We let Lil Wayne out of jail, ASAP Rocky, all these people. Rap Snacks, okay? Believe me. So, look, I think we got a little bit of time left, but we just want to say thank you, Alex. We love you. We'd love to have you back, and we'd love to have you help me run the country in 2024 and beyond, right? Who knows? We might run in 28 and 32, and we might just keep going. We might just keep going because that's what the people of this country needs. We love you, and thank you so much for coming on. Follow this guy. He is huge, okay? That I could tell you. Believe me.
What an honor. Peace.
Peace.